I went from being broke, basically having $60 in my bank account, to now making over $500,000 profit doing Faceless YouTube shorts in 1 year at just 19 years old. No face on camera, no equipment, just me, my phone and a laptop. I want to walk through the whole thing. How it started, where I nearly fell apart, the moment everything clicked, and how I went from making a few $100s online to now making over 500k in a single year. Because 3 years ago, I had no idea that any of this would even be possible. My name is Jonas and this is my story. Now, I grew up in a middle-class household, as a lot of you guys, where I had food on the table, got taken care of the basic things, but I never had like the fancy, expensive clothing, whatever. Now in school, I was more of a quiet guy, but I realized I was getting good at things way faster than other people, whether it was like video games or sports. Now at a young age, I also competed in competitive sports, which kind of set me out of like pressure and kind of getting used to like competition. But also growing up, I had an addiction to video games, playing all kinds of different video games. It started out with like Clash Royale, Clash of Clans, and when I got into middle school, I got addicted to playing Minecraft or Fortnite, which I also became really good at, especially in Fortnite. Back at the time, I had the goals to actually make money with playing video games, become like some e-sportler or whatever. I didn't manage to do it, unfortunately. Now, when I was 15 and got into high school, I kind of started researching methods on how to make money, especially online. So the first business model I actually came up and made my first kind of online money was reselling, but I did it in a way where I basically sold like replica on eBay or Vinted. Now, I know it isn't 100% ethically what I did, but I was just like a 15 years old kid and I wanted to somehow make money. And I actually managed to make over $2,000, but things quickly started to backfire because all of my eBay and Vinted accounts got banned. I was basically selling fake products, and also my PayPal that I was using got like kind of permanently closed because I was like 15 and I made myself like 18 for that account. So that business kind of died quickly down. Now that's when I did some more research and kind of like came across starting like a TikTok page, because back then there was like David Goggins and all that motivation, or Andrew Tate, all that kind of motivation content trending. So I decided to start a TikTok page when I was still in high school at like, around like 16 years old. I basically posted on that page, got like the first feeling of posting faceless content on social media. I edited like some Fortnite videos in the past when I was like 11 or 12 years old. So I had like some video editing skills. I posted like consistently for like 5 or 6 months and nothing worked. I reached like 100 followers and it was like a crazy milestone for me. I was putting in like 5 months of work, which led me like to 100 followers. I was like, I felt on top, but things also got really worse because my account got banned because I was posting Andrew Tate content. At that time, it got like blacklisted on TikTok. So basically all my work I put in over the last months was basically gone. But that didn't stop me, because I just started like a new page in the same niche, kind of like still the motivation niche, and just keep posting. But after like 2 months or whatever, I still didn't have any success. So I kind of like moved on with life. Now 2 months forward, when I was still 16, I also came across, Faceless YouTube shorts, that you can basically make money by posting videos without like showing your face or whatever. So that sounded for me like the perfect opportunity. So I decided to start 2 faceless channels. Fast forward, I think it was like 2 or 3 months. I actually had one channel that went viral. I had like videos get like a lot of views, but the problem was I wasn't able to get the account monetized because I didn't know how to monetize videos content. I basically, kind of like clipped only the content. And on my second channel, I actually had not that much success. I had like 1 or 2 videos, got like a few million views, but this didn't let me to actually get like the channel monetized, which was kind of a frustrating feeling for me because I was actually like putting a lot of work in trying to figure out shorts, but it didn't work for me back then. Now when high school was kind of coming to an end, so we had like the final exams, I actually started to get my first job at a hotel where I was basically working as like a receptionist, checking people in and also helping like people with the luggage. Long story short, it was horrible. The boss of that hotel didn't like me at all. I don't know to this day why he didn't like me, but it was crazy. He was also like threatening people, also me included, which was crazy for me. You get your first job and you get like completely mentally destroyed. It felt like I was in kind of like a horror game. He chased me like through the whole hotel, critiqued me on like everything I did, even though I was not making anything wrong. But that taught me a lot of stuff. And I always knew, okay, eventually I have to find like some way where I don't have like a boss who is having like full control over me. Now in that time where I was working at the hotel, I was scrolling TikTok one day and I saw like these wholesome clipped videos blow up. They went like viral, like 10 million views, 20 million views. And that's where I actually decided to give the TikTok page another shot. I started a new page in that niche, kind of like the wholesome niche, and things actually blew up. After a few days of posting, I managed to get like a video with like 2 million views. And then the next video I posted went like crazy. It was also on a day, I remembered like it was yesterday, it was on a day where I was working at the hotel. I posted before the 6-hour shift, and after the 6-hour shift I was checking like how my video performed, and when I looked at it, it got like 5 million views after like 6 hours of posting, which was mind-blowing for me. Like my phone was exploding with like notifications, 30 people like in a second followed like my account. Everything was crazy, and I felt for the first time like kind of success on social media, even though I didn't get any money. Because back then there was like this opportunity to make money with the TikTok Creator Rewards program, but you had to eventually hit like 10,000 followers. And I just started like on a new account and I basically didn't get paid. But fast forward a few days later, I was actually able to monetize the page and make my first 2 to 3K per month with that page. Now in that time I also started a second page because I realized, this TikTok Creator Rewards program has like potential. I started a new page in the kind of motivation niche with David Goggins and Tom Platz. This page also completely blew up and I actually managed to go viral consistently on that page. And that pages then made me 5 to 6K over like a 3 or 4 month period, which was a very nice money for like, 17-year-old, still in high school, working 1 hour per day. It was like, the first kind of online success I had with social media. Now, unfortunately, all good things come to an end because when I was finishing high school, both of my pages got hit with like some security issue from TikTok. So I lost 10K due to that. It was like around summer of 2024. So maybe some of you guys also, we lost a ton of money, but we can't do anything about it. So the situation back then was I was kind of like done with high school, but I wasn't making any money anymore because my 2 pages got like removed. This actually led me like to a big decision. It was like the situation of me finishing high school and then me figuring out what I want to do with my life. I realized I don't want to work a job and I don't want to study. Better said, I didn't know at that time what I wanted to do. I kind of had like the passion for this social media stuff and making money of it without like showing my face. That's where I decided to go all in. Now I basically told my parents, give me 1 year. I try to figure out something online. I try my best. I will make it work. Now I signed up for college just to keep my parents happy. I was researching again on new ways to make money online and I came across organic dropshipping. I saw like some people on YouTube talking about, for those people who don't know what organic dropshipping is, it's basically you have a product, you film a video organically, you post it on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. The video goes viral. You put like a website on your store and want to like convert the views into sales. Now, when I started organic dropshipping, I decided to invest the money I already made like from the whole online stuff in a mentorship, and it was like 4K for like a 3-month program. Back then I had like 5K saved, so I was kind of taking all the money I made and put it like in this mentorship. Now I also wanted to say that I didn't have any expenses back then. My parents said, okay, we give you like the 1 year, you can live at our house, but after 1 year you have to like take care of yourself basically. But yeah, I decided to invest the 4K into the mentorship for the 3 months and decided to give it all because now I had like the whole day basically of trying to figure out how this business works. Fast forward 3 months later, I actually managed to make some money with organic dropshipping, but it was like the money I kind of made, I reinvested it immediately in the mentorship. But things started to pick up in Q4 of 2024. I actually managed to make my first 10K profit month with organic dropshipping in November and December. And for the first time, it felt like I was doing something right. And it felt so good, I remember it. But things, unfortunately, came to an end because beginning of 2025, I had a lot of issues. I got scammed by my supplier. I got customers complaining with like damaged product or like long shipping times. I eventually lost a lot of money, probably like half the money I made. Now at that time, was a little bit before, also end of Q4, I also decided to invest in the advanced program of my mentor. I think it was like an upfront payment of like 7K and then like 3 or 4K per month. That also put like a lot of pressure on me. But I was confident that I'm gonna make the money back because like I proved it with like the 3 months I told you before of like 3 months me staying in the program, then making the money back and then eventually making more. But I have to say with the advanced program and especially like beginning of 2025, things didn't went as I thought. Because for January and February, all my stores were dying down, especially like my main store where I was making like all my money. And this actually led me to my probably worst situation ever in business. I went like from making 10K profit for 2 months to then minus 2K, or I think even February was like minus 5K because I was losing money on the orders and I basically had to pay like 3K per month for the mentorship. But at that time, I was also working the most I ever did. Waking up, recording videos all day, didn't even go to the gym. Also was like sleep deprived, slept like, I don't know, like 4 to 5 hours. And nothing was working, even with like the best mentors in that space. And that was mind blowing for me. I had to eventually make a decision because for 2 months, as I said, nothing was working. And I kind of like thought about like quitting organic dropshipping or starting like some new stuff. Things then went on to the middle of May where I had to make probably one of the biggest decisions in my business. I was running out of money. Like I couldn't stay in the mentorship. They offered me even in March like a free month because I couldn't pay for March anymore. So I had to make a big decision. There was like the one way to just continue organic dropshipping. Then the second way was because back then TikTok Shop was coming up in my country, in Germany. This was a huge opportunity. Problem with that was back then that you had to show your face, make like talking head videos. I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to like go viral on TikTok and all my friends select the videos or whatever. And the third thing that completely saved me was I received like some message from a guy that I kind of knew when I was running the TikTok pages. And he said to me, yo bro, you have to go on YouTube Shorts and make money basically by posting faceless content. He said to me, this is like a huge opportunity. I should come to YouTube Shorts and get like the content monetized in the right way because he knew how to actually like monetize reuse content. And for me, that sounded like it was the right opportunity in the right time. I decided to actually go all in YouTube Shorts again. So I quit the mentorship. I left like everybody behind and I decided to go all in Faceless YouTube Shorts again. After like a year of quitting YouTube Shorts. Now when I then started to go all in Shorts again, things just completely blew up. Because I had like some video editing skills from back then. But what I then had was I had so much knowledge basically of me working like 8 or 9 months in the business model like organic dropshipping. I had so much knowledge on making viral content and I could completely transfer like the knowledge I gained there on YouTube Shorts. And as I said, it completely blew up. After like 2 or 3 weeks, I was able to hit like the monetization requirements. I got the channel monetized in the right way because, then I had like a proper system or like a proper method on how you can actually make like money with reuse content. And the rest is kind of history. Now, I really had some struggles throughout the whole YouTube Shorts journey, I would say. I had like a very bad workflow in the beginning. I was working like on my old gaming PC, which didn't have the best performance. It took me like 10 hours to render a video, which is crazy when I think about it again. But I kind of didn't care. I just rendered like the videos overnight. But then I remember like my first month of monetized, I was making like 50K per month. Then things went up, like the second month was like 30K. And I remember when I was when I hit like the 30K month, it was so crazy to me. I was telling like my dad, yo, Dad, I fucking made 30K profit. That's what's even that crazy, because like YouTube Shorts is like so crazy simple, because you basically post videos and you get paid. You don't have to convince anybody to buy something from you. You don't have to film any content or whatever. You basically take content from somebody else, edit it in front of your PC, and you post it and you get paid. You don't have like any expenses. You can't get scammed by a supplier. There's like no issues that you can really have, and you're basically profiting like 100%, with the exception when you have like editors or like some people that work for you, but I didn't have it back then. And after half a year of me then getting monetized on YouTube Shorts, I was actually able to buy my dream car, which is a BMW M3 competition, which was exactly 100,000 euros. So that was a crazy investment. But shout out to YouTube Shorts that they made it possible. I was also able to buy a really nice watch, which is a Rolex Datejust, a brand new one, which is around 15K. Now, I don't even want to flex or anything with the stuff I told you. I just want to inspire some of you guys, because I actually was also the kid who kind of looked up to other people, kind of looked up when they bought like their dream car or like a nice watch. Now I'm kind of in the position where I wanted to inspire you guys to actually do the same. If you put in the work over a longer period of time and actually want to inspire you to go for your dream and basically also make it into a reality, because it's possible. Now, YouTube Shorts not only managed to buy me my dream car and my dream watch, but also led me to move out of my home country, which was also a crazy part of my journey. Yeah, moving out of Germany to a completely new country, because I am basically able to do it. I have the location freedom, I have kind of the financial freedom, even though it's like some guru word. Yeah, shout out YouTube Shorts. They all made it possible. Now I want to share some last piece of advice for you guys. If you have some big dream or something that you always wanted to achieve, make sure to go for it and truly commit to it. Not like half-assing it or whatever. Fully commit to it. Take the risk. Believe in yourself and cut out the doubts. And I will tell you, it will eventually work out. It won't work out after a week, it won't work out after a month, but eventually over a longer time period, you will get everything that you wanted. Now, with that being said, if you are watching this and you're also doing Faceless YouTube Shorts, if you want help from some guy who is actually doing the business model and actually making a lot of money, I'm talking about 30 to 50K months consistently, make sure to check out the first link in my description. There's an application, fill it out. I review it personally and we see if you're a great fit. Other than that, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you in the next one.